I spit in the cup to see who I'm related to. I did it. The
Ancestry.com.
DNA test.
Did you see that thing about all those white racists
What?
that found out they were they had black people in their past?
That's hilarious.
They
And then they
get
try to
pissed off.
discredit the test.
I'm doing it for that reason.
Yeah.
I'm
So
doing
you know
it.
who you could talk shit about? Because if you find out
No,
that
no,
you
no,
have
no,
like a
no.
certain percentage, like I could talk shit about Italians
Sure.
because I'm mostly Italian.
Yeah.
You know, so most people wouldn't consider it a bad thing.
Well, you
You're
motherfuckers,
allowed.
the Sicilians got raped by the Moors.
Exactly.
And then the Sicilians one night, on the night of the Vespers in 1600, got up and they cut their dicks off and shoved them in their fucking mouths.
What?
That's why you can't talk about rape in front of most Sicilians. Night of the Vespers is an old Sicilian tradition. It goes. That's why those Sicilians are good with knives.
Crazy. Now
Old
it's like
Sicilians are good with knives. They tell you, keep them at arm's distance. With old Sicilians, don't fuck with them. Because they got those knives. They're good with those knives and shit. It's crazy. Cubans, my sister's dark skin. And then I look at my cousin, who's my skin, and his sister, the singer, is dark skin.
Yeah.
So I know there's some African shit in my fucking blood. It's Cuba.
who's what's the band's name? Ex Alfonso? Is that it?
Eki.
What is that band? The band they're in. Is it Ex Alfonso? Is that it?
His name is Eki, and her name is Emma.
I've got it on my phone. It's in my
Yeah. So
hold
they
on.
own. If you ever go to Cuba,
his cousins
my cousin owns La
have a
Factoria.
fucking amazing band.
Really?
Dude, they're really good.
Really good, but they own La Factoria. So
Yeah, here it is. Ex Alfonso.
that's my male cousin.
Give me some volume on this shit. They're really good, dude. I mean, no bullshit. I listen to this on my way to the Comedy Store all the time. I get pumped up because I don't know what the fuck they're saying. So just for me, it just feels good. It's like celebratory, and I can get into my own head thinking about my material.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
And I
because
get pumped up listening to this.
one night you sent me a video. You were listening to something else, like Italian music.
I always do that. Yeah, I always listen to language that I don't understand.
So you don't
Because-
think about the words?
Yeah, I don't think about the words at all. See, this isn't. I don't understand what this is, and there's ignorance in it, but there's also freedom. So the freedom is that I can hear the beautiful sound of his voice and
Right.
not have any context to it. No, like whatever his message is or anything. And I can have it in the background and 100% concentrate on what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
And just enjoy it.
Yeah.
And
I
not,
hear you. It's
and
like an
not-
instrument.
Yeah, like if you're like listening to Shooting Star by Bad Company, you know, Johnny was a schoolboy when he heard his first Beatles song. That's going to change the way you feel.
Yeah.
Like you hear about that if you're writing about a certain thing, you're not going to be able to concentrate on your subject.
Sure.
Let me do, I think it was from there, it didn't take him long. And when I was in high school, everybody wanted to be that guy. Everybody wanted to be that bright star that burnt out and didn't fade away. And everybody's like, man, we lost Johnny.
I love when he goes. I love when he goes. Don't you know
That you are
Don't you
a
know
shooting star.
that you
Don't you
are
know?
fucking tremendous?
It's a great fucking
Now he's
song.
the male.
Yeah.
Now look at his sister. If you scroll down, show him his sister. So my whole family's like this, where the male is light skinned, but my sister is dark skinned.
Yeah.
So I just said, fuck it, I got it. And then some other kid sent me paperwork that I was related to some Italian Navy guy called Luis Diaz from 1832. So I said, enough with this shit. Let me just spit in the cup. Plus, it also tells you what your genetics are and what you might die of.
Whoa.
If you might get cancer, if you might have cardiovascular disease, it tells you what you're
You
susceptible
know,
for.
my family did a family reunion in 2000, and they hired this like genealogy expert, and they thought like this would be like the big culmination on Saturday to present a family history to everybody in the family. It's like 30, 40 people there.
This weekend?
No. This was in
Oh.
in the year 2000, and then that guy started telling us about this. Our first guy that came over from Spain, and then where he landed in like 1720. Everyone was like, "Oh, that's pretty cool." And then he was just like, he was a real piece of shit.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and like he killed somebody, and he went to prison, and then he was stealing from people, and when he died, he left 60 slaves to this person, and everybody was like, "Well, let's go have dinner now."
Fuck.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
just
but
completely ruined.
I'll tell you what baffles me, Segura.
Everybody's
You know
dying.
what baffles me? Like, there's Diaz's that are Cuban,
Yeah.
And then there's the Diaz brothers that are Mexican.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so that means our relatives came from Spain. One went to an island,
Yep.
and the other one went to Mexico.
True.
Some way or another, I look at those Diaz brothers and I go, I got it. We're both retarded. All three of us are retarded. There's got to be some type of blood that we share because we're not all there. You know what I'm saying?
But there's also Diaz in Puerto Rico, right?
Yes.
Tons.
And
Yeah.
there's Diaz in everywhere.
And that's a different kind of Diaz than the Mexican Diaz too. You know,
Yeah.
it's you know, it's really interesting once you hear enough Spanish and you hear the difference between like being friends with you and listening to a lot of Cuban people talk.
Yeah.
Like Cuban people have like a very certain rhythm, and then Puerto Ricans have like a different kind of rhythm, and Mexicans have their own rhythm. All
It
different.
totally changes, man.
Yeah, and the funny thing about hanging out with Tom is people look at him and he looks like a broski from like Wisconsin or something. They don't realize he speaks fluent Spanish. So people will talk shit in Spanish in front of you.
All the time. About me sometimes. Yeah. All the time.
They would never guess.
No.
What happens when you drop it on them?
It depends, man.